3 ways on how I stopped caring what people think of me. So I do want to apologize in advance. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Maybe I shouldn't apologize because clearly I'm outside walking, getting some sun, exploring nature a little bit. So you're gonna hear birds, you're gonna hear crickets, you might hear my feet moving. I don't care. I'm over the perfection. I'm over all the extra editing that you have to go through when it comes to post-production. I'm over it. I'm trying to be as authentic as possible and not striving for the perfect video, because you can spend hours on editing a video and then you got nothing to really show for it once you post it. So I'm just trying to be as raw as possible. There might be some cuts here and there, but other than that, this is what you're going to be dealing with in today's video. But I find today's video very valuable. So let's dive in on how I stopped caring about what others think. Number 1, I deleted social media. So for me personally, I don't think YouTube is social media. I feel like YouTube is a educational platform that you can learn from, implement, new ideas or new steps into your life, actionable steps in order, to make your life a little bit better. But I also recently made a TikTok that I've mentioned in previous videos, and the reason I did that is to not only spread more brand awareness, but more importantly to challenge myself to be consistent with content. And me personally, I feel like social media has really portrayed a negative effect on the human mind. And I see what it does to people. I see what it did to me personally. From my perspective, it really drained my energy. And the main reason why I deleted social media is because I kept scrolling. And I realized that I was wasting so much of my time, consuming as opposed to producing. And, I still find myself doing that at times, especially since I've been on TikTok. But I would say the difference between TikTok and Instagram is it's a lot more relatable content on TikTok. Even though I do have my issues with TikTok and, how people have a lot of misleading information, I still think there's a lot of benefits on TikTok. Now, I don't agree with some of the people that post themselves crying on social media. I don't know, their true reason for that. If they're looking for attention, if it's genuine, it's genuine. But I don't think everyone out there that posts things like that are being genuine, they're seeking attention. But hopefully I'm wrong. That's just how I look at it from the outside in. And another thing is it just gives you mental freedom. If I didn't have a business, I would not be on social media. And it's funny because there's so many people out there, when you say you don't have social media, they look at you sideways why? What are you hiding? It's I'm not hiding anything. I just want to be able to breathe and have some mental clarity and not have to focus on everyone trying to know every aspect of my life. I feel like there's a lot of people that share way too much about their lives out there. But yeah, social media and deleting it, I know I do have TikTok, I know I said that, but it's for business reasons and personal reasons, challenging myself. But other than that, I deleted Instagram 3.5 years ago, and I haven't even thought about going back, and I don't plan on it because I feel like there's too much fakeness on there. Too many people shadow watching you. And, if you're putting content out there, all they're doing is judging you. Like, they'll probably most likely copy a link of what you posted and then post it in a group chat and, start talking shit about you. So for my own mental sanity, I had to get away from that crap. So let's dive into number 2. All right, number 2 is going to be, I finally put myself first for once. Self-prioritization. And a lot of people will take that the wrong way. A lot of people might think it's selfish, but I feel like it's necessary, especially if you're always putting other people first, especially if you're always being judged, especially if you're always being underestimated. So I feel like I had to take the necessary steps in order to help myself grow as a person, to help myself grow from within. I'm single, not married, never been married, no kids. So instead of looking at it as a bad thing, where I would always compare myself to friends or family members, like, oh, they're married, they have kids, like, what's wrong with me? I flipped the script and said, no, this is a great opportunity for me to grow in case that does happen down the road, in case I do get married or have kids. I'm working on becoming the best version of myself for the future. Nothing wrong with that. And if anyone thinks something's wrong with that, something's wrong with them. They need to look themselves in the mirror and get their own shit together. But I would always constantly judge myself whenever I would have a disagreement with somebody, like in my mind, but to avoid conflict, I wouldn't speak up or say anything. I would always agree to avoid conflict instead of having my own voice. But that used to be the old me. Now, oh yeah, I'm more blunt and more honest now. Not blunt in a disrespectful way, but I'm just telling you the honest truth. And if you don't like it, so be it. But yeah, self-prioritization is another way of how I stop caring about whatever people think of me, because the more you care about what others think of you, the more you're going to just dig your own grave. And if you're trying to work towards something, you're never going to get there. Like I've wasted so much time caring about what other people think of me, not being my authentic self. Luckily, my main family, like, they don't care. I'm myself around them, and I'm myself around certain friends, family members. But now I'm embracing who I am as a person. And I still have my days where I'm judging myself. But 2-3 years ago, I've come a long way. And I'm not going to let anybody take that from me. So let's dive in to number 3. All right, for me, number 3 is going to be, I welcome opinions, but I don't let them control me anymore. For the longest time, I would let opinions control me instead of owning up to what my voice is saying, to owning up to what I truly feel. And you got to realize that opinions are just opinions. Some are going to be ignorant, some are going to be genuine. And for a prime example, let me get out the sun a little bit. When I posted a video on TikTok, it was kind of a rant, kind of not. I actually posted it on my channel here too, but it was basically about not sacrificing your mental health for social media views, because I see what it did to me and I see what it does to people. It causes people to overthink. and not, naturally do their thing on social media without judgment. So here's an ignorant comment. I'm gonna put it right here. So basically what he said was, it took him way too long to figure out if I was in prison because I'm wearing an orange shirt. Crazy, right? Way out of pocket. Now the old me would have responded and said something ignorant back, but why waste my time on someone that doesn't know me? Why waste my time on someone that clearly is bored as hell out of his life and wasted his time on me trying to get under my skin? I don't care. I'm realistic now. Like, I know racism exists. Like, I just don't care anymore. Like, it's just the world we live in. People, not everyone's gonna like you. Certain people aren't gonna like you because of what you say or maybe the color of your skin, but I'm not gonna let that type of shit affect me. So he's not getting my time. He's not getting my energy. So thank you for wasting your energy on me. But you gotta realize, like I said before, opinions are opinions. You can't let it affect you. There's always gonna be people that have something to say. But some opinions are feedback, and you gotta be open to feedback at all times because that's ultimately how you improve. But yeah, if you wanna take any of these, go for it. These 3 ways have helped me continue to push through, even though my journey's been very slow. It's been a lot more memorable because I've learned so much more about myself. So if you want to take any of these 3 ways, go for it. Life's way too short to be focusing on what others think of you. Take control or be controlled.